Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub from Iconic Solutions, a spin tower, Sheikh Zayed Road, Dubai. Okay, well, you can see I'm on 40th floor of this building, a spin tower, and the view is aerial view from here. Well guys, very recently one of my students achieved 8 band in IELTS writing. 8 band in writing. You must be thinking, wow, 8 in writing, it's awesome, right? The first thing is, this is the proof that 8 band in writing is possible, right? Second thing is, along with 8 band writing, British Council or IDP, they send feedback. There are two parts of feedback. One is your writing band score explained. And the second thing is they give you advice for improvement. Now for 8 band, advice for improvement is for 9 band, okay? Luckily, that student of mine sent this message with me. So for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to share all these details. If your writing band is 7 and above, please watch this video. It's going to help you a lot. I'm going to share something valuable with you. Well, according to the feedback, your result or your score explained. Test takers at this band can typically write a well-developed response. Now, what is well-developed response? It is your task response. It is understanding of the topic. They have written well-developed response to all parts of the question. So, from this we understand, if we want to get 8 band, we have to present a well-developed response and we have to answer all parts of the question. All parts of the question means whatever they ask us in the question rubric, we need to cover that all, the first thing. Second, the key features or bullet points are clearly described and illustrated. Now, please come to brainstorming for IELTS writing. When you brainstorm for ideas, through brainstorming, you come up with bullet points. You come up with features which you write in your essay, in your report, in your letter. Hence, you get your desired band score. So, the second thing is those bullet points that you write. In IELTS writing, you're not allowed to write bullets. You will write paragraphs. But within the paragraphs, you will write those bullets which you prepared while brainstorming. So, they should be clearly illustrated and described clearly. Next, their ideas are relevant. Another common problem. Students in essays, they write irrelevant ideas, irrelevant examples, irrelevant stories, irrelevant wording. So they say ideas are irrelevant, relevant, extended. Now listen, what is extended idea? Extended idea means you present an idea and you elaborate that idea. So first you present an idea, next you elaborate that idea. That is called extended idea. And then they say and supported. Ideas are supported by example. So in your body paragraphs, present one idea clearly, elaborate that idea clearly, and support that idea with the help of example, and finally conclude. If you write 4 sentences like this, you are highly likely to get 8 band score in IELTS writing if your writing is okay, if you don't have grammar mistakes and all that. Okay, next they say they can sequence their ideas logically and link them as well together. Connectivity of ideas, logical presentation of ideas. What is logical presentation? The number of paragraphs that you write. What is logical presentation? First sentence contains main idea, second sentence elaborates that idea, third sentence gives example, and fourth sentence concludes that very paragraph. So this is what they say, sequential ideas and link them all together. Now, in task 2, the paragraphs are adequate and appropriate. For essay writing, task 2 for 8 band, paragraphs are adequate. Adequate means number of paragraphs are enough. If you're writing a problem solution essay, there should be 5 paragraphs. If you're writing a discussion essay, there should be 4 or 5 paragraphs. If you're writing opinion essay, there should be 5 paragraphs. So these are adequate number of paragraphs. And appropriate. Appropriate means you have paragraphed your essay in an appropriate way. This is introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2. If it is an opinion essay, body paragraph 3 that contains contrast, and then conclusion. So this is necessary for 8 band score. Next, they can use a wide range of vocabulary fluently and flexibly. Now, fluently and flexibly, wide range, synonyms. Okay, whatever the words are in the topic, you can use the synonyms of those words. You can come up with more words, and these synonyms must be relevant. If you don't find a relevant synonym, then use the same word again, because using the same word will not damage your writing that much. But if you use a wrong synonym, that will damage your writing too much. So wide range of vocabulary means a lot of synonyms related to the topic, and flexible to communicate precise meanings. Flexible means you have another word to talk about same thing, rephrasing, paraphrasing. For example, water, this liquid. Water, of water, you can use the word this liquid. Okay, so this is flexibility actually there. Next, they say they can skillfully use uncommon words with only rare mistakes in spelling or word form. Rare mistakes. Mistakes are there for band 8 as well. That's why it is not 9. But candidates can skillfully use uncommon words with only rare mistakes, but these uncommon words must be relevant. Okay, then they say candidates are able to use a wide range of sentence types. Now, 3 types of sentences are extremely important for band 8. Number 1, compound sentence, and before that you need to learn all the tenses. If you know how to make simple sentences correctly, you can make compound sentences. Number 2, complex sentences. Number 3, if you're giving an example, you can use conditional sentence. Number 4, you can use passive voice appropriately. And number 5, you can use modal verbs appropriately where necessary. Can, could, should, may, might, and all that. I told you this video is going to transform your writing. And these tips are not from me. These tips are from Cambridge to the candidates who achieve 8 band. Okay. Now, so they can skillfully use uncommon words, and they are able to use a wide range of sentence types, and most of these have no mistakes. If you try to make a complex sentence with mistake, that complex sentence will not help you get your desired band. Without mistakes, if you're making compound sentences, you should know where to put comma. If you're making a complex sentence, you should know where to put semicolon, connecting word, which connecting words take comma, which connecting words don't take comma, and all that. Alright? Errors are only very occasional. Even in 8 band, there is room for error, but the errors are very occasional. Not that 1 error per sentence. Okay? Alright, I'm enjoying this view right behind me. There is Arabian Sea, and this is all Dubai. Yeah? Spend time in Dubai, right? Now let's go on. Advice to improve your score from 8 band to 9. Now these tips are the 9 band tips. Okay, see that Asad Yaqub is giving you authentic information. And how do I give you authentic information? Because I get authentic information from my students. So advice to improve your score at this level means at 8 band level. You need to have a clear overall sense of the structure of your ideas and how the details fit in. Important point. When writing informational and argumentative pieces, you can ask yourself, what points might a critical reader raise against me? If you're writing a critical point, so what argument, right? Or if any critic is going to do any criticism, so what points might a critic reader raise against me? What objections might they have? Preempt those objections. Means try to overcome those objections. If someone says all the people of the world are dying of hunger, how come not all people, just few people? Okay, if someone comes and says the majority of the people are living without electricity, how come it's not majority? So people will ask you, hey man, not majority, there is a percentage. So these type of things you need to preempt before you write that. If I write this, people may argue that this is wrong, right? If you're going to give any false example, if you're going to add any false statistics, which I don't allow in essays, so it's that. Okay, all right, let's go on. After that, they say if your writing addresses the reader's question at the exact point when it occurs to them, then you are doing really well. So what you write, if you write according to examiner's question, reader's question at the exact point, then it is fine. Practice writing different genres, adjusting your use of language accordingly. So you can write different. For example, you can try to write an article, you can try to write your diary, you can try to write a story, different types, and then come to essay, and you'll be fine with that. Okay, at band 8, they say you have excellent linguistic and grammatical resources. So when you write actively, choose the words and structures that will communicate your ideas. Appropriate structures. For example, when we write a letter and we are positive to meet someone, we say, I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to your response. Now, this is appropriate language. And in many letters, we repeat this sentence, I look forward to, or looking forward to meeting you. Something like that. Okay, and arguments in the best possible way. Ideas should proceed smoothly. As I told you, 4 steps for that, from one to the next, so your reader is engaging with the ideas. For that, you guys can use signpost language. First of all, talk about first thing. Moreover, explain your point further. Furthermore, explain your point further. For example, so I call this tags, connecting tags. Try to use tag with every sentence, because these connecting tags will tell the student, will tell the reader where you have reached, what point are you discussing, are you giving example, are you elaborating your point, are you starting with the first point, is this your last point, is this your first point, is this your contrast, by writing on the other hand, or by writing however, it means you are actually writing that. Okay, so this is that, and language resource can you use to make this happen. Make sure you check your writing through. Important point, even in actual exam, you have to do proofreading so that you don't make careless mistakes or write things that are not as precise as they can be. One more thing, your ideas must be precise. That's what I say, summarize your ideas. It's not that you are elaborating on one point and you're moving around in circles. For example, usually people love to drink bottled water because bottled water is better than tap water, and sometimes tap water brings some contaminated diseases. That is why people usually prefer to drink water from such type of companies. Now, what is this? You are not moving down in circles. Bottled water is very important. Bottled water is this. People should drink bottled water. People prefer to drink bottled water. If they drink bottled water, you see that moving round in circles. So you should not move round in circles. Ideas should be clear. Talk about one thing once only. Elaborate that thing. Give example. Conclude that thing. And don't repeat yourself in essay. Don't talk about the same thing second time. Sometimes what do the students do? Main point, and they talk about extensions of the main point. I mean, you need to talk about main point, expand your main point, conclude your main point, and that's it. Now come up with another main point, and those two main points should be totally different. If your two main points are the extension of one point, you will not get good bench score. But if two main points are totally different, for example, one main point is about population, and second main point is about education, third main point is about healthcare. Now, healthcare, population, education, these 3 points are different. If your first main point is about education, second main point is about universities and colleges, third main point is about schools, so in fact you are talking about education, you are moving round in circles. So these tips and techniques are very important to get 8 band score in IELTS. If you're looking for a band 8, most definitely these tips are going to be very helpful to you. All the best, guys. I also teach IELTS online all over the world, but at the moment I'm here in Dubai, Spin Tower, Iconic Solutions, where I teach IELTS. Not regularly, but I visit this place quite often. This is my IELTS masterclass on 40th floor of this building. I'm enjoying this view as well. So if you wish to be the part of my on-campus classes, mainly in Lahore, online classes all over the world, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you all the best with your IELTS preparation. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.